Most of us know him as Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, but Erik Per Sullivan is no stranger to the big screen after starring in movies such as Cider House Rules, Finding Nemo, and Unfaithful.
Now this talented teen is starring in the new flick Once Not Far From Home that premiered at the Florida Film Festival this past week. Take a look. Please welcome Erik Per Sullivan.
Yeah.
Erik, I have to ask you, while watching that clip, what was going through your mind?
I was just kind of trying to concentrate on the work and just think happy, you know?
Do you like to see yourself on screen?
It's still, like, it's cool, but I always think, oh man, I could have done that. And so I'm kind of self-critical in that way.
Well, how old are you again?
13.
How did you get into acting at such a young age? Seems like we've seen you for years already on Malcolm in the Middle. Seems like you've been around forever.
Yeah, I started when I was 5. Like, we heard a radio ad for an open audition, and, you know, just thinking it might be fun, we decided to go for it, and I loved it.
You are like an old soul in a 13-year-old's body.
Yeah.
Your work is amazing. I mean, you brought me to tears in the Cider House Rules. I got to admit, I was a wreck after watching that. But you are able to balance school and your movie career. What are some of the studies you like at school?
I enjoy math, just like linear thinking like that, and science is really interesting too.
And I understand you're an avid reader. What do you like to read?
All kinds of stuff, like war books, adventures.
War books?
Yeah.
You're 13 and you're reading war books.
Well, what I find amazing, at age 13, you've already done what most people want to do in their entire career. You've already been the movie star, the TV star. What do you want to do when you grow up? What's left?
I'm not sure. I definitely like to go to school and learn lots. I like to learn. And just kind of enjoy life.
Would you like to stay in the movie business? Would you like to continue your career as an actor as you grow older?
I really think I'd like to continue. It's a lot of fun.
Now, I understand you're bilingual in English and Swedish?
Yep, my mom's Swedish, and her whole family is Swedish. So I just kind of just picked it up.
Can you give us a couple lines in Swedish?
Skulle aldrig, veta, säger.
Wow, that's awesome.
I cannot keep up.
Hey, you've already been around a lot of stars. Who have you been starstruck by when you walk into the room and you're afraid to talk to them? Anybody like that yet?
I wouldn't really say I've been starstruck because I've just kind of like just grown up around actors and stuff. So it's become pretty much natural to me.
Did you have a little crush on Charlize Theron, though, during Cider House Rules?
Maybe just a little.
Just a little.
He is human. How do you keep up with everything? Your schoolwork while you're on the set? 'Cause I know that's more than a full-time job. How do you balance it all at your age?
It's not really easy. Like when I'm shooting, just every time I get a couple minutes for break, or well, at least 20 minutes actually, I just go get some work done. It's tough, but I manage.
You've got the TV career and the film career. Do you prefer one over the other?
It's tough to say. I like different things about them, but they're both cool.
Yeah.
For example, on Malcolm in the Middle, a lot of people always wonder how this show is shot. Do you guys do that all in one day for each show, or is it spread out? How do you keep up with that, learning all your lines and such?
To learn my lines, I like to read them the night before, and my little trick is that I sleep on them. Like I read it right before I go to bed, and I usually get them the next day. Sorry.
Now, what's it like with your parents? Obviously, your parents are very supportive of your career, but it's got to be tough. I understand your dad owns a Mexican food restaurant, and your mom is Swedish, so I'm sure they're juggling all sorts of different things, in addition to making sure you get from Massachusetts, which is your home, to California.
Yeah, the way we usually do it is, like, my mom and I spend most of the time out in California, and then every other weekend my dad comes and visits for 5 days, because he's pretty busy with his restaurant. And that way we get some family time.
All right. For more information about any of the films shown at the Florida Film Festival, you can go to our website, dailybuzz.tv. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Erik Per Sullivan. Dewey! All right,
stick around for just a few more minutes. Erik is sticking around to close out the show. Right now, it is 9 of the hour, and you are watching the Daily Buzz. Hey, welcome back to the Daily Buzz. Erik Per Sullivan is back. You know him as Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, and he's been in a number of film roles.
Yeah, there he is.
Thanks, guys.
Now, the movie that we're going to see clips of coming up in just a second, when did you shoot that? And tell us a little bit about the flick again.
One's Not Far From Home. We shot that last summer around July here in Florida. And
it's kind of an old-timey piece.
Yeah, it took place in maybe the 30s or around that area.
And you were saying that one of the characters, your character, ends up aging at the end of the film. What was it like to see yourself as an old man?
It was cool, but almost a little eerie because they cast this guy. It was crazy how much he looked like me. He even had the ears and everything.
He had the ears. So yeah, it's like peeking into your future and seeing what could happen, huh?
Yeah.
What's it like when you're in the audience of the theater watching the moviegoers respond to your acting work on screen?
I love that. It's really cool just kind of seeing how they respond to it, and, oh, yeah, like you said, and, you know, as they clap, as they laugh. It's cool.
What about Malcolm? Do you sit at home and watch Malcolm after you've already shot it and catch it on the weeknights like everybody else?
Yeah, I always like to catch the finished product. Just seeing, you know, everyone put all this hard work in and seeing how everything turned out. It's cool.
Do you and Frankie and all the other guys who play like Nintendo and everything like that in your trailers, or have any fun tournaments going on or anything?
Oh yeah, like when I'm not doing school, we might go in, catch a little PS2 or something, or go out to lunch.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's a good little fraternity you got going on there.
Definitely.
All right, cool.
All right, again, Erik Per Sullivan, thanks so much for coming in today. Again, if you want more information on all those films we've been talking about, just go to dailybuzz.tv.